combat cloth hemostatic gauze designed for the control of moderate to severe bleeding injuries, uncontrolled hemorrhage remains the main cause of death on the modern battlefield. 80% of preventable battlefield deaths are due to bleeding and is consistent in studies from the recent conflicts. Combat cloth gauze is a highly effective dressing and is designed to stop bleeding from arterial injuries, road traffic accidents, and other moderate to severe bleeding injuries. Combat cloth works independent of the blood's intrinsic clotting mechanism. It works physically at the source of bleeding. It absorbs blood fluid, swells, and forms a gel-like plug that covers the wound and stops the bleeding. Combat cloth is in a lightweight, low-cube foil pack that has a 5-year shelf life and no allergies reported to date. The following training video is a guide to using combat cloth to pack a wound according to the product indications and packaging instructions. Into a casualty, it's important to identify massive internal hemorrhage as soon as possible. Fully expose the wound. Open the pack and move combat cloth from the packaging. Take Z-Pack gauze directly onto the surface of bleeding. Continue pressing the wound while maintaining pressure at all times. Feeding in the combat cloth using the wound is filled beyond the skin level. As soon as the wound is packed, apply firm constant pressure for 3 minutes. Visually check for bleeding around the dressing while still maintaining pressure. If bleeding has not stopped, reapply pressure until bleeding stops. Wrap the wound with trauma bandages to secure and maintain pressure. Maintain pressure at all times. Remember to bandage tightly to maintain direct pressure through the hemostatic. Record that combat cloth has been used in the wound. Place the packaging inside the bandage for the next stage of care. Remember to follow these steps when applying combat cloth. Control of the bleeding, expose the wound. Identify the point of bleeding and apply direct pressure. Swap excess blood pack onto the source of bleeding. Apply firm pressure for 3 minutes or until bleeding stops. Secure with dressing to maintain pressure. Transfer casualty to the next stage of care. Combat cloth is presented in a lightweight, low-cube foil pack that has a 5-year shelf life and no allergies reported to date. It works with 3 minutes compression, stopping moderate to severe bleeding. The technology has been proven successfully to stop hypothermic bleeding.